What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.
There is truth in advertising, yes I swear. Got new Nikes on my feet and Vidal Sassoon in my hair. I can sure use a Budweiser Fruit of the Loom underwear. There is truth in advertising, I swear. Why would they lie to me when they love what they sell? Plus we all know that the liars have a special fire in hell. On the television, radio, and in the magazine, the advertising gods perpetuate the American dream. Advertising, let it be, let it be. Now I know that I don't need to buy everything they try to sell me, but so easily divided is a fool and his money. There is truth in advertising, let it be. Why would they lie to me when they love what they sell? Plus we all know that the liars got a special fire in hell. On the television, radio, and in the magazines, the advertising gods perpetuate the American dream.
It's hard to be a child actor. A lot of children often cannot escape the dangers that come with stardom, and while some outliers exist, like Neil Patrick Harris as perhaps the definitive example, most often fade into obscurity, forever hauntingly etched into the minds of the public as the child they once were and not the adult they couldn't become. Okay, that was admittedly a little grim, but my point is that it's hard to be a child actor. You're so often thrust into an industry you know nothing about, have no say in, and generally no control over your autonomy. Commercials regularly feature child actors, but rarely do any of them go on to any sort of longevity as adults. Perhaps, however, the most famous child in a commercial was Little Mikey, played by then 3-year-old John Gilchrist. Gilchrist, born February 2, 1968, played the character of Little Mikey in the Quaker Oats commercial promoting Life cereal. The ad, created and directed by art director Bob Gage and produced by the Doyle Dane & Burbach Agency, first aired in 1972. It was so successful, in fact, that the campaign featuring Mikey remained in regular rotation for more than 12 years, and was one of the longest continuously running commercial campaigns. It won a Clio Award in 1974, and in 1999, TV Guide not only ranked it as the number 10 best commercial of all time, but a survey found that 70% of adults could identify the spot based on just a brief generic description. The commercial was supposed to sell children on the taste and parents on the health benefits of the cereal simultaneously, something that isn't exactly simple. This is where the Gilchrists come in. John and his 2 brothers, Tom and Mike, were not the only children the Gilchrists had. There were in fact 6 siblings, all of whom wound up in acting at the suggestion of a family friend. Honestly, casting the 3 brothers only lended more of an air of authenticity to the entire thing, so it was a smart choice. After a while, all 6 kids wound up making more money in one day acting than their father made at his job over the course of a single week, and the money they brought in even put them through college. It was a win-win for everyone, really. It's a simple ad, too. There's nothing flashy, nothing glossy, nothing too overly produced about it. It's just 3 children, brothers, arguing over who's going to try the cereal. When little Mikey, who usually hates everything, finally tries it and loves it, this proves to his brothers that the cereal is worth its weight. Perhaps it's that very simplicity that made it so noteworthy and memorable. It was honest and not over the top. Despite what any Fortune 500 CEO may tell you, honesty does sell. In the late 90s, Quaker Oats initiated a nationwide search for the next Mikey, settling on 4-year-old Marley Hughes. Then in '99, they remade the commercial outright, word for word, with an all-adult cast acting like children, in which Mikey is portrayed by New York-based actor Jimmy Starace. But what happened to Gilchrist? Rumor had it in the 80s that he'd consumed the then assumed deadly combination of Pop Rocks and Coke and his stomach exploded, thusly killing him. The irony of him promoting Life cereal rings all the harder as a result of this, I assure you. The rumors about the fatal Pop Rocks and soda combination that killed Gilchrist actually surfaced in 1979 and eventually found their way to his family. His mother, to say it lightly, was mortified at such a concept, assuring everyone that he was perfectly okay. In fact, it was a family friend who called his mother and said while sobbing, "I'm so sorry to hear about your son," explaining how she'd been informed of his odd death, to which his mother simply responded, "He's all right. He just came home from school." Needless to say, the rumors of his death were greatly exaggerated. But these rumors in fact did lead to the death of something: Pop Rocks. General Foods, who were so befuddled by the incident, actually released company-issued statements through newspaper advertisements and school groups, assuring everyone that the candy was in fact safe. But it wasn't enough, and in 1983 they stopped producing it altogether, under the claim that it simply wasn't a successful enough product to continue making. This decision, however, only fueled the fire and created the conspiracy that they had in fact killed Mikey, and that this was why they were taken off the shelves. In trying to quell the horror, General Foods inadvertently lended it credence instead. Pop Rocks, for what it's worth, are still manufactured today. Eventually, a series of ads called Today's Mikey aired in the 1980s, with Gilchrist reprising the character as a college student. Aside from that, however, the character as portrayed by Gilchrist has yet to resurface since then. Gilchrist himself went on to leave acting after performing in over a whopping 250 commercials and instead chose to pursue a communications degree at Iona College. His adoration of the New York Knicks landed him a position at Madison Square Gardens, where he got a job in, ironically enough, ad sales as Director of Media Sales. His primary function in this job is negotiating with TV advertisers. Little Mikey is widely considered one of the most successful and iconic ad campaigns of all time. But really, all that pales in comparison to the fact that Gilchrist in fact managed to make it out of Hollywood rather unscathed, and, more importantly, unexploded. As for Life cereal, it's chugged along just fine without its ringing endorsement from a so-called picky eater, but it's certainly far from the glory days it once saw. But the commercial remains iconic, because the public, like little Mikey, liked it. And really, what more can you ask for?
Hey, Mikey!
Yeah?
Another care package from your mom.
Great, help me open it.
Another red sweater, more golf balls, and this stuff?
Life cereal.
Looks like your mom forgot me this month.
Try some, you might like it.
Life cereal. One taste of that lightly sweet toasted oat goodness and you'll say,
Hey, I like it.
Told you.
And Mikey,
Hey.
next time ask your mom to send you some too.
one taste and you'll have a taste for life.
Easy money comes in.